And we are going. What is going on with everybody? It's your boy Eric, aka Young God, coming to you live in the Green Dungeon, giving it to you real, raw, rugged. And I got somebody that I always thought was one of the more cooler niggas during that 2012 period of just people blowing up around that time. I was like, damn, seems like a pretty cool nigga. So it's pretty cool in 2020. I get to finally interview him. Let him introduce himself, man. Who we got here today?
Man, I'm Chuck Strangers. You know what I mean?
Hey, man, I'm glad to have you on today, man. Glad to have you
Hey,
on.
man, I'm glad to be here.
A man of many talents of yourself. You know what I'm saying? Right now a blunt roller, uh,
Yeah,
a beat maker,
yeah,
a producer. I feel a beat maker is a
yeah.
little that's a little insulting.
Nah, not really. What?
No,
No, it's not.
I
Nah,
feel
not to me.
because I feel like certain niggas who are beat makers. I feel like that's all you could do. I feel like actually producing something that's you kind of like actually contributing to the art rather than just hey here's my part, but just hey let me help put this all together.
In 2020, every nigga's a beat maker. Don't niggas be cat, bro. No, no nigga, no nigga is like unless you're like doing a project with somebody. Most people, rappers, I say this all the time. They're producing themselves.
Mm.
They already got their own vision. When they hit you for music to work with you, they already got an idea of what they want you to do or what they're looking for from you and shit. So at that point, you making beats.
See, I be trying to
You know what
respect.
I mean?
I be
Which
trying
is
to.
not a bad thing.
I was I be trying to respect niggas titles. You know how I remember like 2015, 2016. Nigga go
Yeah.
to an interview. And they'd be like, what made you become? What made you want to become a rapper? Be like, I'm not a rapper. I'm an artist. It's like, all right, bro. All you do is rap, my nigga.
Nigga.
You don't do
Yeah.
anything else but say words to a
Yeah.
microphone, nigga. So, hey,
Yeah.
bro,
Yeah. I guess we all searching for a greater purpose, but
that is a fact,
I'm
man.
not one of them niggas.
Yeah, I mean, and it's funny because
I'm not one of them niggas,
most
bro.
of them niggas, they would nothing more than a rapper. It'd be a nigga that could barely rap too. It'd be like, hey man, I'm more than a rapper, nigga. I'm an artist.
Yo, so you got to think at that point they're kind of telling the truth because the
Mm.
nigga don't even rap. You got to think about it. The nigga don't even rap, but he's a rapper.
That's a good point.
But he rapping. So at that point, he is an artist, I guess, to a degree. But nah, I know what you're saying. Niggas be talking shit.
They do. I guess before we get into anything, I was always curious of this because I feel like your accent is not what I would expect from most New York niggas. Like you have a New York accent and
Uh,
something else.
really?
You sound like a Canadian nigga.
Really?
Yeah, so I don't know if you have any Canadian roots. That's why I'm curious
Nah,
of that.
nah. I'm Caribbean though.
Oh, okay.
My family's from Grenada.
I feel like
That's
every
mad funny.
I feel like every New York
Somebody
nigga.
told me I get that though
Yeah.
sometimes. I had somebody ask me if I was British before, and then or like what was the weirdest shit? Somebody asked me if I was from Baltimore.
Nah, that's insulting. That's not that's nah. You might have to fight a nigga. Nigga ask you that. That's crazy.
He said, "Yo, you from Baltimore?" I was like, "What about how I talk would make you think that?"
Yeah, that nigga just tried you. That's crazy. Nigga asked you from
Nah,
Baltimore.
niggas said I sound Canadian,
Well, nah, cause look,
like some drizzy.
yeah, cause before we got on the phone, I mean, before we start recording, you said man something, and I was like, okay, well that checked the Canada box off. I think you said man from
Oh
Hungary.
nah. Nah, I just say man.
That's some New York shit too, or is that just something you just say?
I don't know. I don't know. I'll be like, man.
I feel like I knew you had to be something else because I feel like every nigga I know from New York is something else. They just not. Hey, I'm black. They
Nah,
be
yeah.
like they something else
Most New
always.
York niggas is yeah. Not a lot. There's some down south. Like some people migrate, but it's not like that. I've been noticing like all over the country, most black people be from down south.
Yeah.
Like but in New York, like there's all kind of niggas, like Caribbean people. There's like uh, fucking African people, not like OD, but like there's niggas be from other places and shit.
Can
But
you
it's all the same shit.
can you maybe give me the history on how that is a thing? Cause like why is it so many Jamaican and Caribbean niggas out there? Like was it like a big migration or something? I was always confused on that.
That's a great question, bro. That is actually a great question. I'm not gonna pretend to have the answer to it. I don't know that.
Yeah.
That's a great question. I never thought about that. There's mad. Let me think about it. Nah, I don't have an answer for that.
Mm.
Like, why is it? I don't know. I think. Nah, I don't. I can't come up with the first reason why. I know, like everyone. I think everyone just does it because like it is a thing. Not like Flatbush is like the Caribbean.
Mm.
Where are you from?
I was about to say, yeah, I guess the where you was from and shit. If just judging from the way I talk, the way I act, if you had to just guess where I was from, what would you say?
Damn, that's unfair.
Wild guess.
Not New York.
Not at all.
Okay, cool. I would say maybe Southern or California.
Southern California? Or you saying maybe Southern states?
Southern states or California.
I'm from a southern
Where,
state, so I mean
where you from?
got it. I'm from Florida.
Because to me, California niggas sound country to me.
Oh my gosh, bro! I've been telling niggas for so long. So
LA niggas sound country. They don't know that shit, but they do.
I'm from Florida, and I tell niggas from LA all the time that Florida niggas and LA niggas are cousins. The way that they act, the way that they talk, is so much similarities that I see from California niggas to Florida niggas. So it's crazy a New York nigga seen it.
Country.
That's crazy. You see
LA niggas talk country. It always like they're how they talk just always sounded mad country to me. Like it's not like ATL country. It's like a different kind of country, but like it sounds country and shit. I can't even like pretend to mimic it.
No, I mean them niggas.
Because I remember.
No, give my fault.
No. You can continue.
No, I was just about to say. I feel like them niggas don't know they have an accent sometimes. That's all I was about to say. And
no, they don't.
They don't.
No, they don't. They don't. New York niggas too. When I first moved out there, when I started talking to people, people were like, "Are you from New York?"
They knew off bat as soon as you started talking.
Mm-hmm. I'd be like, "Are you from New York?" I'm like, yep.
No, it's funny. Like I always impersonate like my LA niggas, and it's just funny because they do have a country accent, like the way they're like, "Man, I had to blow on me at the mall, cuz yeah, cuz, for the press that nigga, cuz."
Sounds country. That shit sounds a bit country and shit. Like
that is a fact, man. That is a fact, and I
that's cool though. They talk cool as fuck.
No, they talk super cool. Like I love the accent.
They talk cool as fuck.
I feel like because it's funny that I'm interviewing you because I'm going to New York for the first time next week. So
oh shit, fire! Fire!
It'll be very interesting experience out there, and it's funny because I've always picked on the way New York niggas talk. So I'm gonna finally see it in person.
So does the world.
Yeah.
I remember I be with niggas, and niggas be like, cause I'm always like, "Yo, you dead ass?" And niggas be like, "Oh, so what?" I can't lie to you now that you're asking me if I'm dead ass. Like, oh, you can't fuck around on dead ass. Like, don't bullshit dead ass.
That's like, oh my mama.
Yeah, literally. Yeah, like yeah. It's literally our version. Like, you dead ass.
That's what I've never heard a New York nigga say "oh my mama." I heard New York niggas say "word to mother." That's not an up north thing, is it?
And that's like some old school shit.
Okay.
Word to mother is some old school shit.
That's not something y'all say.
Word to mother, nah. That's like some funky fresh. Like, yo, a nigga might say, "Yo, word to my mother." Nah, word to my mother. Like, you know what I'm saying? But now, you know what I mean? And I feel like less niggas say B than y'all niggas think.
Really?
Yes.
Interesting.
Every time I talk to people about New York accent, they're always like, "Yo, B," or whatever. And I'm like, nigga, unless you're a nigga from Harlem.
See, I feel like my even though he's from Queens, my thought of the way New York niggas talks is the same way Prodigy used to talk. So niggas say done, niggas say
that's
B.
That's like a kind of New York accent. Yeah.
Okay.
That's like just like you know every region got like 6 or 7 accents.
Yeah,
shit.
for
like,
sure.
Where it's like yeah, you know what I mean? Where it's like you just might got one of those. You might be in one of those slots or whatever.
Yeah, for sure. Like you said, they got. It's not just one defined accent for the whole place.
Yes.
It's
exactly. Yeah, exactly.
And it's crazy because the way you say word to mother, like some old school stuff. I think that's like a perfect transition to like pro era and like the evolution of pro era. I feel like pro era it started off as like niggas that really loved that 90s New York sound or whatever and was doing that and then it evolved into niggas still having traces of that, but growing into their sound and making it sound like something new, but still old at the same time. Is that a good?
I, you know what? And you know what's so funny? I sometimes be repenting that when people say that, because
Really?
I'm like, yo, like it's cool. Like I get it, because I don't think that people, when they say that kind of shit, I don't think that they are being condescending on purpose. So like, but it's like when you say some old shit, I'm like, yeah, but I'm really just making music like a New York nigga, bro.
But Pete,
Like,
this the way I look at it from a Florida nigga. I see
okay.
y'all niggas was young kids when y'all first popped off. Like when
Yeah,
1999 first popped off, young kids. When you're young, you're still trying to find your identity as a human. Like forget an artist, you're still trying to find who you are as a person.
yeah,
So I
yeah,
feel like y'all niggas grew up off of that old New York music. So when you first
yeah,
came out, that's what you started with. But now the
yeah,
evolution, I don't look at it as, oh, this some old New York music. This is y'all,
yeah,
but still keeping it true to the roots that y'all came out with. That's how I look at it.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, I guess.
I feel like it'd be
To me,
disrespectful. I feel like it'd be disrespectful if a nigga was like, well, y'all niggas still making that old 90s shit. Nah, that's crazy.
Cause my thing is like when people in Cali, right?
Okay.
When they do like when they get the old synthesizers and shit like that, is that 90s? Are they being 90s? Like no one ever says that. Like no one ever says to them like, "Oh, you're being really 90s right now." Like that's great. Like it's like, nah, nigga, they just making music like where they're from. But a New York nigga, let him make music from where we from, and it's like, oh, you're bringing it back, nice. And it's like, nigga, like, well, I guess though, because I guess it was from where rap started though too.
Yeah.
So I guess the sound just sounds so primitive to people, where it's like, oh shit, this is old school, like or something like that. So
Because even
I
though,
ain't hating, no, I don't care though.
yeah, but because even though niggas roast New York now for like the music
Yeah,
of
they do.
today, like oh niggas can't
Yeah,
get music, niggas
yeah,
know that New York is like the home of it, right? So I guess when they
yeah,
hear that sound, it's like, damn, this sound like what I grew up on. Because even though the
yeah,
'90s West Coast music was a big thing, it came much more later. It came much more prevalent at a later stage of rap, while New York at the embryo stages had that sound that niggas know that sound for. So I feel like
yeah. But
that's why
how
they
old
say
are
that for
you?
y'all.
How old are you?
I'm 21.
Oh yeah. So I mean, it didn't come that later. Like you gotta think West Coast rap jump off like 92, 93. 92 is like the Chronic.
I give it the '80s. I give it the '80s with
Well, we're talking about. Oh, okay. What we said?
how about to say like with NWA? I give it the '80s.
No, but I'm talking about like on a major, like they were selling millions of records, and it was like a nationwide
Okay.
hit. Like, you know what I mean? I feel like NWA might have still been like a tad bit, but I don't know who's to say. But you know what I mean, though.
Yeah.
Like where I'm like, that's not that like they were there.
But look, but
Like
y'all,
California was there.
but y'all was still like, at that time niggas was still y'all had that East Coast like.
They had Ice-T.
They did have Ice-T, but I feel like it was different because New York still had that like nigga, we run this. Like, yeah, the West Coast cool.
No,
but
it was. No, it was.
you feel me? So I feel
Even
like
if you think about those West Coast records, like 80s West Coast
Yeah.
records, they sound like East Coast. They sound like Public Enemy or like
Yeah.
they don't really got like the G Funk thing come out yet.
and I feel like if a nigga was to get offended by like the whole like old sounding thing, that makes 200% to me. Like I get that 200% or whatnot.
I don't get actually offended like to the point where like I give a fuck or nothing like that. But like it is like a little like, damn man, like all right. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Well, perfect
it's
example.
old school shit.
One of my favorite songs by you is Storo Hall, right?
Thank you.
And that's one of my favorite songs because first of all, the production, that might be like one of my like favorite pro era like associated beats, like from any like pro era member. Like that's one of my favorite
No,
beats.
I didn't make that beat.
I know, I know Animals made that beat, right?
Okay.
But I'm saying like
Yeah.
any beat that y'all have rapped on is what I'm saying. Like
Yeah.
any beat that y'all rapped on, that might be one of my favorite beats because of the
No, it
way
was gas.
it fits you. It fits you and Kirk on that song too, right?
Yeah, Kirk is on that song.
The
yeah.
way it fits you and Kirk, it's like that nigga made that like this is for these niggas. Like this is ain't nobody but for them.
Yeah. No, that shit was crazy. He killed that.
He's such a
That
talented
was
guy.
people's favorite song.
Mm.
He is range too, because like you said, Thorough Hall at that point in time sounded nothing like the shit he was doing for Ka
Yeah.
at that same exact time.
Was that a beat like was that made for y'all or did he send that to you? Like were you picking through beats? Like how that beat even get picked?
Me and him stayed together for a bit.
Really?
Yeah, I stayed with him.
Interesting.
Yeah, I stayed with him. Me and him stayed together. So it was like he would just be making beats. I'd be like, yo, this shit sound crazy.
So did you?
We did actually, you know what though? We did throw a hole before we stayed together though. He just sent it to me. He's like, yo, I think you might fuck with this. Cause yeah, I did that before I even stayed with him. Yeah.
So those like like the joints he did for Ka, were you hearing those early before they were actually out?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Like on the lowest of low keys, like I was there for just like the creation of it. Like we would hang out, like, and not even hang out, bro. Like we would hang out because it'd be cool. Like we'd be chilling. It didn't feel like they were just like working, but they were working, and I would see it, man. They would just spend all day. This fool would be writing. They pre-produced that album for long as hell, bro.
Well, when I kind of want to get to Ka because I know he's featured in your album. I'm gonna hold on that because I still want to just talk about like certain songs on that album. Like Thorough Hall.
Consumers.
Yeah, like Thorough Hall, like It Comes to Me. Just a whole bunch of songs where it's certain beats where I feel like it brings the best out of you, and I feel like you as a rapper from like when Pro Era first started to now. I see the like evolution to like you have become like a really really good rapper. You know what I'm saying? To the point where like honestly when you first came out I'm like, oh, that's the producer nigga who raps sometimes, but now I'm like I don't that's how I felt, right? But now I'm looking at you now I'm looking at you like this. I'm like I don't know if he produced first or rapper first, and I feel like that's the biggest compliment that you can get. Like I don't know which one is first. It's like he just both. You feel me?
Yeah. Lately, you know, it's funny too. Lately, and just because I've been rapping, I've been coming in contact with more rappers nowadays. It was funny, and they'd be like wanting beats, but like it be so slow nowadays because it's like, damn, bro, like when I make a beat, the first person it's going to now is me, which I know wasn't like that before. Like before, it'd be like. Before I was like the third string I would give it to. Like I would look to give it to other rappers. Then if they didn't fuck with it, I would probably rap to it. But now I'll be looking at it like, nigga, all right, well, I might as well rhyme to this. I pretty much rhyme to all my beats. And then if I don't love the song, then I'll give the beat away. Or like if the beat is too fitting for somebody else. Like the other day I made this beat and I just I wanted to rhyme to it. It was so fire, but I was like, you know what? I should send this to Joey. I know he's working on some shit. You know, I was like, I think he will fuck with this. And he did fuck with it. And I was like, all right, good shit.
Bro, I love all y'all progression, bro. You know what I'm saying? And specifically you, bro. I feel like you, man. You are like, you have come to one of them niggas where I feel like it was certain people that were like the standouts in Pro Era, and I feel like you are one of those people that if they don't bring you up as a standout, they doing you a disservice. You feel me? Like
I don't care about that though. I really don't.
I feel you, but
that's
bro,
not the shit that like gets my dick hard. Like I don't be like, yo, I need to stand out. Like, because to me, like if I do me, if I'm putting my heart into it, or if I'm doing whatever, then whatever's gonna happen is gonna happen. Like I like the outcome is whatever. Like on this project, like on Too Afraid to Dance, I went hard on Consumers Park, but it was kind of a disjointed effort. Some of those songs are old and some of those songs are new. This Too Afraid to Dance was the first time in my life that I got to and where I understood like what I was doing fully.
Well,
I just executed that shit.
It sounded like it. I want to dive into that. I feel like I don't know. Maybe I'm an idiot. I'm a little slow sometimes. I couldn't find the production credits. Right. So excuse me.
It's on my Instagram.
It's on your bet. So let me look at that real quick because I was like I don't know which ones he produced, which ones he didn't produce. I do know.
On the track listing.
Who produced Something Sounds? Who produced the navy blue one?
My homie Shepherd Sound.
Oh my gosh, that beat is. Oh my god.
That shit is crazy.
Oh my
That
god.
shit is crazy.
And
That shit is crazy.
let me. That's the reason I knew that the album was out because I'm a big Navy Blue fan. So
Yeah, he's fire. That's the boy.
I interviewed that nigga. That's one of my favorite interviews, just because
Yeah,
I rock with that nigga hard. So
yeah.
I listened to that song, and I mean his verse is crazy. Your verse is crazy. The beat is crazy. It's just like that's a beautiful ass song, bro. Like
It
that's
is.
a
It
beautiful
is. It
song.
means a lot to me. It means a lot to me.
Talk about it. Why?
Nah, I can't front. Like, just how we made it. Like, so when I was writing my shit for that shit, or nah, not even the shit I used, because I was just writing to the beat and I was like smoking and shit. So I like put like a little video on my Instagram story, and then he DM'd me like, "Yo, what beat is that? That's crazy, right?" And I was like, "Yo," he's like, "Yo, I need that beat," and I was like, "Yo, well, I'm writing to it, so why don't you get on it with me?" He's like, "All right, say less." So I send it to him, and then some time had passed. I forgot about that shit, and I just reminded him. I was like, "Yo, what's up with this beat? Like, what up? Let it go." Then he literally just like sent it back like the next day and shit with his part. And that shit was crazy. I was like, "Oh shit! Oh we." I like that shit because I liked his verse. Just made me just get like super honest with it.
That's why
You
I
know what I
think.
mean?
That's why I personally think. Maybe you disagree. I feel like that's your most beautifulest song that you have out to date right now.
I think so. I think so too. I
You
think so
think
too.
so?
No, I think so too.
And I
I
think
think so
that
too. I used to say class pictures, but I think this one now.
I'm gonna tell you why I think that. I think that because one, that beat is just like that's an honest ass beat, bro. Like if you rap over that,
Yeah, it is.
you can't
It
lie
is.
over that beat. Like that beat gonna be like, nope.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah, you cannot. No, you cannot. You cannot. You cannot.
so,
That's corny.
so the beat is so honest, and then you, like you said, you heard his verse and it made you get honest. You feel me? So I feel
Yeah,
like just that introspectiveness and vulnerableness that you
yeah.
displayed is just beautiful. And I feel like then Sage on it, he's one of those people where I feel like his music is spiritual almost. Like
It is.
he
It
rap
is.
like that nigga tapped in with the ancestors or something. Like he rap like he from
Yeah,
another dimension. So from him to
yeah,
do that, then you to get in with that beautiful honest verse, and then that beat is just beautiful. I feel like that should
yeah.
get the chef's kiss.
I love that song. I love that song so much. The other day I listened to it like as if I didn't do it,
Mm.
and I appreciated it. I think for the first time, it was kind of fire. I was like, "Yo, this is a fire song." Like if I didn't do this, I would like this song. I was like, "Wow, that's fire. It's a good feeling."
Nah, that's I mean, this is one of the. This is the EP. That's how you define this, right? It's an EP.
It's an EP.
It's one of my favorite
It's an
EPs of
EP.
the year, man. One of my favorite EPs of the year.
Yo, bless.
And James
Man,
Blake
bless.
dropped this year. I'm a huge James Blake fan, so for me to be saying that,
Oh shit, that's blessed. That's blessed. To me, it's the best music I've put out so far.
Mm.
To me, it's the best music, and I got an album. I got mad music, bro. I've been just working hard. I can't front. Just been focused. I would say this is probably like the first time ever in my career that I've been focused.
it sounds like it, bro. Like Luke's crib, crazy.
Yeah, yeah. And you know what? One day I just had a revelation. I was like, it just came to me, bro. I was like, bro, I didn't came way too far off not trying to not actually try. You know what I mean?
That's hard, yeah.
Like I was like, I should try because I don't want to be like 50 and be like, I didn't even try, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I probably decided this about like a year and a half ago, and since then I was just like making it my job just to like write better, and also I just being around dudes like fucking Khan and them and Rock and all of them and Al and all, just hearing their shit, like it made me want to do better shit. But then like I be really like realizing like the work that goes into doing that, and I just been ready to do it. Okay, fine.
It's one of them things where like you be like, damn, this is a lot of work. Like you might not feel like doing it
It's a
sometimes.
lot
Like,
of
damn,
work.
I just want to
It's a
chill.
lot of work.
But nigga, after you done, you be like,
It's a lot of work
you really appreciate that work when you done though.
because I'm doing everything now.
Mm.
I'm doing everything now. I'm fucking trying to. I'm the one trying to like figure it out. All right, boom, let's shoot these videos. I'm the one like, okay, boom, let's get it to drop this day. Okay, I'm the one like trying to like. I'm definitely fine, put my money where my mouth is. You know what I mean? Like, I invested in myself, put my own music out.
Do you want it that way, or do you want like managers and PR
Yeah.
people to help you?
Yeah. Well, nah. I don't need a manager. But I do got. I mean, we got a PR dude or whatever. But like, I mean, that like, and it's basic. Like, it's not crazy shit. Like,
Yeah.
it's not like I'm not fucking Tyler the Creator. You know what I mean? I'm not like, or one of these niggas. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not trying to get a billboard or no crazy shit. Like, I just want people to know my shit is coming down.
So you like being this hands-on person to make sure that everything is right, like to be meticulous with your own stuff.
Yeah. I don't like it, but only the things that in the outcome that I end up liking in the end, I was like that.
Interesting.
So I've been learning that I just have to be on. I have to be on that type of time.
Well, like I said, I feel like you kind of changing that up and really just like saying I'm finna go hard for this year. It really showed. You feel
Yeah.
me? Like from
Yeah.
every song on here, from Frozen Dinners. That's a you got
Great.
that's the Paul Mooney sample at the beginning.
Yep.
Right?
Yep. For race.
Got the
For
Paul.
race.
Shout out Paul Mooney. And yeah, like I said, just from that all the way to Fantasy's Fade, it's a great tape, man. I'm curious about Operations. I'm curious about that because shout out to Caleb. I interviewed him.
Yeah. Yeah.
What was the motive with doing the kind of the deeper voice on the song? It just sounded better, or was that like?
You know what? Nah. Me and my boy Trev, we was listening to he has mad screw tapes.
Mm.
We were listening to a lot of them at the time. At that specific time. Like we would just get drunk and listen to them shits. And with screw tapes, me, I'm a New York nigga, so like I may not like vibe with like any old screw tape. Like some of them I can't really get down with. But like just or they always don't resonate with me or like in that way or whatever. But like on some real shit. But like he knew the fire ones. Like I was like, yo, this shit is crazy, nigga. So when we did that song, when we was mixing it, I was like, yo, what if we just did that? And we did that shit and it sounded fire to me. It sounded more fire than the original.
No, it's hard.
Maybe one day I'll put the original like on SoundCloud. Yeah, to me it sounded hard. Caleb killed that shit.
Nah, his tape he put out this year is also fire. So when I seen him on here, I was like, okay, let me see what he got. So nah, he did his thing with him for sure.
Yeah.
He did his thing, and then I listened to fucking Family Dollar with Ka. Like, man.
Oh yeah, that shit was crazy.
The way I feel about Ka, like he's one of the best, bro. Like the way that nigga raps, and then
Ever.
the way he comes in on this, bro. That nigga sound like a fucking Gotham villain or something, bro. That nigga sound like he's recording live from Gotham with Joker producing it or some shit, and it was just
He a beast, bro.
great, man. Your
Nah, he's
verse
a
great, his verse great. Kinda, I guess I'd say if it was like a, how can I say, it's like a reminiscing type verse, like a kind of like,
Yeah.
fire.
You know it was mad funny. I was sleeping on that beat. When I made that beat, I was like just with my man, I was with my homie, and I just made it. It was on loop, like just playing, and I wasn't really thinking nothing of it. Like I lightweight thought it sounded whack, and then my boy was like, "Yo, this shit is crazy." I was like, "Word?" God, this shit is crazy. You should like write a verse. You should like record to this nigga like right now type shit. I was like, what? Then as I started writing, I was like, oh, time out. This shit is kind of hell. Like, so I wrote it and recorded it, and then after I thought it sounded dope, I still wasn't like thinking much of it. Like, I was like, this is a good track. And then I was talking to Ka, and we was talking about doing a song for the EP or whatever. And then he was like, yo, send me some options. And I sent him that one and a song that didn't even end up being on the EP. And he was like, nigga, this one. And the other one had like a soul, it was like a soul loop.
Mm.
It was fire though. It was still fire. I'm gonna still use the song, but it was fire and shit. But he was like, nah, this one. And he went crazy. But he heard my raps first, so you know how that should be like. But he killed it. He went crazy.
Nah, you
I love that song.
bro, I'm not gonna lie. Every time I hear like a feature with him and he's on somebody's song, I be like, hey man, I be like, bro, this nigga trying to out rap me, bro. Like this nigga rapping too good, bro.
That's how he do. He be wildin'. Them treating us a human made us grab machines. When he said, back when the systems was the only thing that AIDS meant, I was like, oh nah, this nigga struggling.
Bro, I heard bro on Navy Blue or Sage album that nigga said well, he was like he said the common thread I got with my enemies is we was men in needs with no amenities.
With no amenities.
Oh my gosh, bro! Come on, bro.
Said, too many struggling loved ones to ever say
Mercedes. Oh my gosh.
Nah,
man.
my nigga is nice, bro.
I was
Kyle's like the best rapper.
Bro, he might be. I was curious how you got cool with him, because every time I hear somebody's cool with him, I was looking at that nigga like a rare Pokemon. I was like, how did y'all niggas even meet him?
Animas.
Really? Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Animas. It was so funny when I met him. It was because I thought, I think the same thing. We all think of that nigga like, damn, this nigga's mad nice and shit, right? And I never like pressed the issue of like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Like, introduce me to your mans and shit, like, right? So I never pressed it, but I was staying at his crib and shit, and one day I just came out of the room, and this nigga was just sitting in the living room and shit by himself and shit. Mosh wasn't even there, and then I was like, "Oh shit! Like, yo, what up? Like, nice to meet you." Shit, right? And this nigga goes like, "Yo, what up? Man, cool and shit, right?" And he's like, "Yo, this nigga told me like y'all do music together and shit, right?" So I'm like, "Yeah, I do music with this nigga and shit." And then I put it on. And I think the first song I played him was like Backward Falls or some shit. And he was like, yo, this shit is tight. Like, he was like, yo, you alright? Like, yo, this is alright. Like, and then from there we just got cool. Like, it wasn't even like about rap. Like, we just got cool. Like, watching the game and shit. We would talk about rap music a lot. I talk about rap with him a lot. I learned about so much rap music through that nigga, where like I could listen to like a Public Enemy album now, where before like I didn't really understand the context that shit was in to even really get it. You know what I mean?
I'm kind of interested in you kind of to dive into that a little bit, like the context of like a Public Enemy album that you just didn't understand.
Like, okay, so just how music is even made then. Like the shit niggas was doing and going through. Like, this is also like the crack era.
Yeah.
And like. And the style of beats that people were doing and shit too. Like, I just couldn't understand it. It was just real 80s. But then like you see like you like watch the videos, you talk about like how life was and shit. You like, yeah. I was like, I don't know, it just kind of gave me like a better vibe. Just helped me sit with the music more. And then I don't know, sometimes you ever have like you ever like have like an album that you hate, like a song you hate, and then like a friend of yours whose opinion you respect is like, nah, bro, like check that shit out. Like, again, like I'm telling you, like that shit is actually fire. And you give it another chance and to be like, oh nah, this shit is actually gas.
I got a funny story about that.
Yeah.
It's funny you finna go to Public Enemy to this nigga, but it's fucking NBA Youngboy, right? So,
his shit's fire.
So I didn't like NBA Youngboy at first. I thought all his music sounded the same. I was like, bro, this shit sounds the same. I cannot like this. This was like 2016. So I was on somebody's Instagram story, and it was like 200 niggas at a block party singing NBA Youngboy, and I was like, I get it now.
Yeah, just hit for you. Yeah. Travis Scott was like that for me.
Really?
I remember I went to me and Animals. We went to like we seen him perform somewhere in LA or shit, and it was like oh shit, I actually understand what this music is for now. like at a concert, like I was like, oh shit, this nigga shit is hard now. Like to me.
Isn't that
Like
crazy how music works? Like,
it is, it is, it is,
that's so
it
wild.
is. Sometimes you gotta understand for what context some shit is like for.
That's
Where
so,
like if you like, yeah, it just depends on shit.
it's so crazy. And I feel like you talking about how you was learning from Kai. Bro, you are associated with so many creatives. I feel like all of you guys learn from each other, and that's why you guys are being great. You feel me? So not even just like excluding Pro Era, you know, like that's a given. But just like the I guess like the newer acts that you're associated with, from like a Sage or like a
Right.
I don't know if you have music with him, but I see you follow each other on Instagram. A Kai Solo, are you tapped in with him?
We follow each other. I would love to do some music with the bro, but I haven't hollered at him yet. But I'm actually planning to. I know he's doing music with Anna Monster and shit, and that was kind of why I like didn't just like
Yeah.
holler at some like yo, but his shit is fire. His shit is he's nice.
Bro, next year,
That
please,
nigga
can we
is
get some
nice.
Chuck Strangers and a Kai? So I'm telling
Oh,
y'all going.
I mean, I don't know about O, but like, I don't know him, so I can't say like, oh yeah, for sure. Like, I would love
I know for a fact. That's funny. Ah, yeah, of course. Like I don't know, but
to. Yeah, of course, nigga. Like, I don't know that nigga, so like
but
that. But his
I,
shit is fire.
I think y'all have some good chemistry just from the way that I seen you work with other people of that type of
Yeah,
silk for that he cut from. I feel like y'all have
yeah.
some fire chemistry for sure. Anybody else in that like circle that you haven't hollered at but you would love to work with? Because I know you don't work with Madani and people
Yeah,
like that. But anybody else that you
yeah.
haven't worked with in that circle that you want to?
Um, I don't know, bro. I don't. To be honest, and I don't. This may sound like I don't think like I don't be looking at music like that. Like where it's like, oh, I'm feeling to work with a nigga.
Mm.
I just like doing my own stuff, and if but I'm down to collaborate with whoever and shit. But like, it's got to be like an element of like, yo, I met you through a nigga, or like we just built I'm not like into like, yo, this makes sense, so let's just do it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we don't gotta force nothing. But uh, I'm definitely down to do shit with. And I don't care about no circle. If somebody is dope, I do shit with whoever and shit. I don't care about like, yo, you associated with these niggas. Like, I don't. You don't gotta be associated with nobody. If you fired, then let's get it.
No, I rock with the organicness because even the way you said Kai, I mean nigga was just sitting in your crib. Like I mean you can't write that. Or even Sage hitting you up for the song, you can't write that type of shit.
Right, right. And I had met Sage through Alchemist.
Hmm.
Them. And then because I met Sage because being over by Al, and then him and Earl would go to Moss's crib. Like they would just go over there and chill and shit like that. And I'd seen him a couple times, and then when I was out here in New York, when I first got back out here to New York, I started chilling with him more.
Wait man, is there a song before I let you go? 'Cause I don't want to keep it for too long. But is there a song on
I
here?
ain't tripping.
No, I'm about to say, is there a song on here that you don't want to be slept on? Like maybe people you don't see people talking about enough. You like, man, y'all kind of sleep on this one, or you think everything again is just good?
Nah, because I see people. Surrender was probably my favorite song.
Okay.
I see that seems to be people's favorite song a bit. Either that one or the one with Kyle, which I'm cool with. I've been seeing people say dope things and shit. So but I don't. Also, one thing I want to say too is I don't even give a fuck about that though. I remember my man showed me this interview one time where I think it was like DMX or somebody. One of them niggas. Yeah, it was DMX. He said, if you like something along the lines of like, if you buy into when people tell you your shit is fire, you'll believe them when they tell you your shit is trash.
That is DMX. Yeah, I
You
remember.
believe them, yeah.
Yeah, I've seen that.
So I'm like, yo, that's ill. So like nowadays, like when somebody give me props, that's fire. But like, I don't like let that now gas me up into like, yeah, you know what, I am nice. Like, nah, I'm still trying every day to get better and better and better and better and better and better and better. And that's what I give a fuck about more. So I want to get better. I care more about getting better than getting bigger. You know what I'm saying?
That's hard, man.
I'd be honest with that.
No, but
I think it's probably retarded. It's probably not smart of me. But like, that's just how I feel.
I mean, it depends. It's only retarded if you want to be bigger and you working on getting better. But if you just working on getting better, that's the goal. You feel me? Like if that's the goal,
Right.
then I mean that's what it is. Like, cause everybody don't need to be Drake level. You feel me? Like that's not fair.
Yeah.
You feel me?
No, I totally agree.
Cause some people don't need Drake music. Some people need Chuck Stranger's music in their life. You feel me? Like that's what's hitting for them right now. You feel me? So to work on that craft and make it get better, that's the goal. That's the goal.
Yeah, exactly. And I just hope that I hope to never. I pray to never make music that's not relatable. I would like to think my music is relatable, like to the common man. Like I don't think that like I don't like to rap from this perspective of like I'm the rapper, you are the fan.
Yeah.
So clearly I live some extra life that I'm letting you in on. Like nah, nigga, like that's not what it is.
No, I was just finna say, like, literally right before right before you said that, you seem like a cool nigga. Like, I don't interview rappers, and it felt like I was interviewing a rapper. I feel like I'm just talking to you right now. You feel me?
Oh, bro, rappers are some of the worst human beings ever.
It's a fact.
Fuck rappers, and I don't care, nigga. Y'all niggas, like, bro, rappers are. Me and my man's got this joke, like, they don't ever take the costume off.
Bro,
they don't ever.
No.
It just never comes off. Like, when are you just a nigga, bro? Like, I get it. You're like MC, blah blah blah, but like, nigga, like, you also just Derek, you know, or whatever the fuck your mom's named you and shit. Like, how are you around? And it never turns off. You see them like they be around their closest niggas, like, and they're still rappers, and it's like, yo.
I'm like, bro, when are you relatable? Like, I done seen niggas like put the camera on and they just like go full like, well, you know, 100 thighs on net right now. You feel me? You know, it's like, bro,
what are you?
nigga, I don't give a damn. Like, shut up.
No one cares, bro.
Nobody cares.
No one even cares. No one even cares. Because, yeah, and the thing is, too, like, that's why niggas do a lot of shit. Niggas be for show and shit. Which is, like, there's nothing wrong with it and shit. Like, but, like, to me, I just be living. So I don't care about, like, if a nigga think, like, oh, this nigga is lame. Or, like, oh, like, this nigga is, blah, blah, blah. Like, bro, I don't care, bro. Y'all niggas is, like, I'm not trying to, like, I just don't care, bro. I literally don't care. Yeah.
And I guess that ties right back in. I would say it ties right back in you being better and not bigger. You're not worrying about the you know, the extraness. You worrying about the craft. So.
Yeah. Or not. Yeah. I guess the craft. I hate saying that shit too. It'd be certain shit I hate saying. Like I just be like in a work. I just like want to get better and shit. Like, you know, like how like a painter want to like, oh, you know, you may like, yo, I want to do an icy mural one day. I just want to get better. I just want, you know what I mean? Like, I want to fucking get better at writing more so too. But which I feel like I've been doing, but I know it's like I said, there's no limit. So, and this EP shit really just the beginning, because my album is actually way more blazing than this EP. It's so funny to me.
Really?
Too, like, yeah, in my opinion.
Is it done?
Like, yeah, for the most part. For the most part. I'm still just making more shit. And I think I'm gonna put out another. I got mad music, bro. I got an album done. I got like 3 projects done. So I just want to figure out how I'm finesse it. You know what I mean?
Even though I know you say you're not this type of nigga, is there a song that on any of those albums that you just want to come out that you like, bro? When niggas hear this is gonna be like, it's gonna touch niggas. It's gonna be one.
Yeah. It's a song called "Count on My Love."
Count on My Love. It's just you or any features?
Count on My Love. No, it's just me. It's just me.
You. Produced by you?
Shit. Me, yeah, produced by me and shit. The beat is so crazy. Yo, the beat is crazy. The beat is crazy, and I feel like that's some of my best rapping.
Yeah.
Even sometimes on some of that shit, I'll be listening to that shit like, what the hell got into me on this? This nigga like, what the fuck? Who do I think I am, nigga? I was bugging the fuck out. I was like, oh shit, I was wilding. Like, and yeah, and I'm just happy, man. I got like I'm blessed to be around a lot of good niggas who are encouraging and who are talented and who I could, gain inspiration from and learn shit from. So it's a blessing.
Well, shit, man. I appreciate you coming through, man. Anything else you guys say for the people out there watching?
Shit, yeah, fucking sad, Too Afraid to Dance is out now and shit. There's more shit coming soon. I got we're working on some like merch, I guess. We're working on some merch and shit, but like it'll be like cool. It's like some Sounds of Beverly merch. Like it looks fire. And I'm also looking for music and shit. So DM me music, but please just make it not trash. Just DM me some songs and shit. Preferably, I'm trying to work on some shit, some singing shit, bro. I'm like been so caught up and I'm so tired of rap. Like I wanted to hear some motherfuckers sing, man. I want to do some singing shit.
I got you.
So
I've been on R&B all the time. Like I've been not me singing, but I'm saying like.
I was like, wait, hold on, wait, what?
I'm not
like, left turn.
I'm not gonna come out there, bitch, singing.
Yeah. Like, actually, bro, I'm putting an R&B project together right now, nigga. Like, send do shit.
That's what I'm saying. I got some like, it's some. Are you part of, bro? The UK got this underground scene. God, goodness gracious, bro. I'm gonna sing some shit.
Nah, the UK is crazy.
Crazy, man.
Nah, the UK is crazy on wild different fronts, nigga.
That's a fact. Them
like
niggas
the
going
rap
crazy.
Fronts, the fucking, they got mad shit. The UK is OD, and it's funny that niggas are like, kind of now realizing that shit.
Shout out to the UK. Shout out to you. Last thing before I let you go, you said something in the email that I was like, interesting. You said you peeped some of my stuff before. I was curious. What did you see in the past?
I saw the Sage one.
Interesting.
I saw the one you did with Sage, and I saw one you did with is it BFP the Pac-Man?
Yeah, BFP the Pac-Man. Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, oh shit, this is dope, and I just saw like the format. It looked like I was on FaceTime. I'm like, oh no, this looks dope. I would do this. You got some cool heads on there, so I'm like, yeah, nah, I get down there. Why not?
I appreciate. That's what I'm saying. I appreciate you being a cool nigga to just seeing stuff and be like, yeah, that nigga ever hit me up, I'll work, and then we did. So I appreciate you, brother.
Yeah.
Very solid dude yourself. And like I said, whenever you put out the next album, hopefully you come back around. We can talk about that. So
yeah.
For the people watching right now.
Yeah, man.
For the people watching right now.
What's up?
No, I was just finna close it out for the people watching right now. Appreciate you guys watching.
True.
That was hilarious. It's funny because now I gotta like I gotta peel back the fourth wall. Like, hey, I'm closing you out, guys.
Oh no, because it glitched and it like jumped and shit. So I was like, wait, hold up, what'd you say?
That's hilarious. I've been watching a lot of Truman shows. So I've been watching a lot of like kind of like peeling back the fourth wall shit. So just kind of did that. Shout out to Jim Carrey. That nigga's fucking amazing. I just want to throw it out there for.
That's one of my favorite movies too. I fuck with that movie.
Really? You ever seen?
Yeah. Truman Show is fire.
You ever seen Man on the Moon?
Nah, I'm not like a huge movie nigga. Like,
really?
I'm not one of them, like, I've seen every movie nigga. But I've seen, like, the important jaunts. But, like, I don't know every movie.
Peep that.
I got homies like that who know every movie.
That's a Jim Carrey movie. It's a good one. Like, if you like Truman Show, I think you'll like that.
And I'm not a Jim Carrey nigga either. That's, like, one Jim Carrey movie I like. Like, I hated Ace Ventura.
Really?
I hate all those other stupid shit.
You like The
Myself,
Mask?
and Irene was all right. Hell no, bro. The Mask, I get memories of, like, being bored as a child, like, when they roll out the old VHS shit on the wheel, and it's like, oh, your teacher's not here today, so we just watched The Mask. It's like, nigga, what?
That's crazy, man. Well, hey, man, Hopefully, next time you see Chuck Strange on here, he'll be a Jim Carrey stan. So until next time, I say what I mean what I say. Haters gonna hate, players gonna play. Y'all holla at your boy.